Getting the live stream going here, and I'm going to mute the music and get this party started. We good to go, Tanya Sheldon? Thank you so much. Let's give Tanya Sheldon a thank you and a round of applause, and she's helping with technology. While Sean is gone, we're so grateful. So it is Valentine's Day, you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for taking time out on Valentine's Day to be with us. And Valentine's Day, February, we say it's love day, it's love month, it's passion, it's purpose, it's vision, it's being united, together and with the world, right? And making a difference. Our team name, as many of you know, is One Person Big Difference. One person can make a big difference, right? And the domino effect, the butterfly effect of each of you saying yes to LifeVantage, of each of you going out of your comfort zone and feeling the fear and doing it anyway. That was talked about this weekend as well, right? And just going and blessing and making it about the people in front of us. So while I know Valentine's Day is awesome for a lot of people, I know that it's also a difficult day for many people, right? Because we go through a lot of difficult times and we lose loved ones and we just, we go through life. But I just want you to know and feel the power, and put it in the chat, right? Put the love in the chat, the power of the magic of the community and the love here and the support that we have here for you. And just close your eyes when you need to feel that love and feel the abundant, just connection that we all have. And I would say, put it in the chat, if you are at Elite Academy in person, or if you are virtual, right? If you felt love and connection with the company, with the people, put love in the chat and let's see if you felt that. And I just want to get started tonight. But one thing that I want to get started with is a great video that I saw years ago, and I saw it again recently. And it reminded me a lot of this weekend, and it reminded me a lot of staying in the zone of purpose and not getting into our heads, and staying in the zone of limitless. Are we limitless here? Can we create anything? Can we go out and truly make a difference? And can we have fun without judgment of what other people are going to think? I think we can totally do that. So let's see if I can find the right one. I'm going to share my screen, and I don't see it completely pulled up, but I'm going to just bear with me. Right? If I can do this, wow, anybody can seriously do this. Where did my email? Okay, it is gone. I'm going to stop sharing. Bear with me. Bear with me. It's so good. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. I have to go back to my email. Okay. Are you bearing with me?
We love you, Michelle. It's all good.
Thank you.
Did anybody this weekend, did anybody break down barriers that was limiting themselves? Drop in the comment limitless if you felt yourself breaking those barriers down being at the event or watching the event this weekend.
Yes, go for it. Please. Oh, limitless. Yes. Okay, we'll come back to that, Amy. Thank you. See, these people stepped in for me. All right, so here we go. Can you guys see the screen? Yes, yes. Okay.
Look, I can be a shark. Now my whole house is great. I can do anything good. I like my school. I like anything. I like my dad. I like my cousins. I like my aunts. I like my Allisons. I like my mom. I like my sisters. I like my dad. I like my hair. I like my haircuts. I like my pajamas. I like my stuff. I like my rooms. I like my whole house. My whole house is great. I can do anything good. Yeah. I can do anything good. Better than anyone. Better than anyone.
Oh, okay, so that was just a cute little girl. So just imagine, you guys, if we just have that spirit of just living, loving, and creating, and just doing anything and being so proud. So just go out and step. So I'm just going to pass this over immediately because we've got a lot of people to get through tonight. We're going to talk about Elite Academy and some other things as well. So Dan, I'm going to get started with you if I could. You'll have to unmute yourself, but share with us, who you are, what you're excited about, what your breakthrough moments are, and a business tip to help everybody here tonight. We'd be so blessed and grateful.
For sure, Michelle, this is awesome. This is my first time on the One Person, One Different, Big Difference. So this is great. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm Dan Desmond. I'm in Tucson, Arizona. I've been a deep tissue massage therapist for 20 years and a health and wellness coach for about 7. And just in the process of integrating all these different things. And then boom, the Elite Academy happened. And it was like, there was a huge turn of what is possible. Not only for potential clients, but our team, and actually to reach in for me. Like I've been a solopreneur for, I remember like shoveling snow when I was 13 and, you know, onward march. But this is the first time, and I've done a lot of different coaching programs and worked with other people, but the first time that I really felt like this is possible because of team and because of support. And I love supporting people. I think a lot of us are heart-centered, you know, entrepreneurs or service providers. And, but to lean into our team feels like the next natural progression for me. And I feel incredibly blessed to come to this at the right exact time in my life. And I'm after Elite Academy, I'm like super on fire. My ears are red. I don't know if it's the Axio or I'm just excited or both. And I know there's a long list of people on here, and I got to meet a bunch of people. I'm going to be passing it off to Shauna and Troy, who I got to meet in Orlando just a couple of days ago. But I'm super pumped and excited, and I'm looking forward to meeting each and every person who's here in person eventually, but virtually right now is great.
Amazing, Dan. So if you guys, Dan Desmond, if you want to look at his name, go follow him on Facebook or wherever. If you want to see energy and life coming, he will give that to you daily. He comes live, and he literally booked his ticket at the last second. He's like, I'm going to go, I'm going to do it. And he trusted the process. So thank you so much for doing that, Dan. And it was amazing to meet you in
Thank you,
person.
Michelle.
True gift. All right, Shauna and Troy. Bring in the heat.
You got the other half right now. Hopefully the best half will be here before we finish up. But
perfect.
Hey Dan, great to see you. It was so fun to get to meet you and know you. And that's the same with everybody that we met there. But as far as like the thing that really hit me was that really completely sold me on the product and the company. So I think to get past the whole barrier that sometimes we put in front of ourselves about selling the product per se, or providing the product and being compensated for it, right? So in that, you've got to be sold on the product and the company. And it's just extraordinary what this company does to do everything right. So even if somebody comes back with a question, I already know that the answer is going to be good, even if I don't know the answer. So I think in that, I found that. And then inside of all of that, I decided, okay, if I love the product, I love the company, now what? Excuse me. And I got out of it, develop a strategy. I think develop the strategy now that I know now I know, I'm 100% convinced, develop the strategy. Part of that was keep it simple from engaging to clients. Sometimes you just want to spew all the science and it completely overwhelms. I actually found that today by talking to somebody. So it's just backing it down and then bringing that in later. And I think the other part is be you, don't fake it, be authentic. And somebody up there, I don't remember who it was, said, be authentic and lead with your heart. And I think if we do that, that's going to be great. That's going to be fun. So that was my takeaway, Michelle. And thank you, Tanya. Yes, be you. And I came out of my box. I'm out of my box. I'm out of my little corporate box. I got to do this and be Tanya, no comments in all of that. So next time I'm going to dance, not like you, girl. No. So that was it. I think that was my takeaway. It was beautiful. And the people are so extraordinary and genuine that nobody's there talking about, dude, I'm making so much money. This is the best thing. Everybody there you talk to is talking about what they're doing and how they're helping and what happened with their son or their friend's child or something that they were able to help their wellness for them. So I'm sorry, I'm getting long-winded. I better stop. But yeah,
it is so amazing.
but I don't know where my phone is, or I temporarily misplaced my phone, so I don't know who I'm handing it off to.
Oh, you're good. I will get it. It'll be handed off. But I just want to say, keeping it simple. Yes. Short, sweet, and simple. Let them ask more questions, you guys. It just makes it fun having the strategy, being you and having fun. Authenticity is gorgeous. And people really relate to not knowing everything, to having fun in the moment, to just being convicted and knowing that you're bulletproof with, like, Troy was just saying, he knows all that, but then just saying, let me get that help. And we've seen within the past, couple of weeks of doing more three-way call information and talking about it, it really does work and it makes a difference. And I know, Troy, you two had met different people, and I know felt validated just even meeting some different people in the conversations that we had too. So
Absolutely.
Thank you. And whenever
Thanks,
Shauna
everyone.
gets back, if she's able to message, just put it in the chat or interrupt us or just text me and we'll get her comments in here as well. So we have, I believe, Miss Kristen Gabrielson. Kristen, are you there, my girl? You just have to unmute yourself. Let's see. There she is. I see her. Thank you, Troy.
Yes, I'm here. I'm glad to be back. I'm Kristen Gabrielson. I'm the mom of 2 adults, 3 dogs, 4 chickens, and a cat. And I got kind of sidetracked in the last year. Like a lot of people I know, kind of got off on what was going on in the world and got distracted. And I wasn't even going to come to Orlando until about a week ago. I decided to finally take action. And I'm so glad I did, because it really is about the people. It's about connecting with your team and meeting the people you don't get to most of the time, the people that you're not interacting with. And I talked to so many people that I've never been able to see in person. And I was so excited to meet them and reconnect with some that I had seen, maybe met once or twice. But it's really about the people for these conventions. It's about just connecting together, getting focused again, motivated, educated. You can do that all through the year. You can get educated, but this is all about connecting with people. And I'm just so glad I did. I'm back in.
Amazing. So what you're saying is events matter. Events work.
Yeah. Now I know. Yep,
Yeah.
It's true.
Yes. And you guys, this is a reason why I literally till the last second, I will encourage people to events, not because it's like Troy was saying, some salesy thing. It's because it matters and it makes a difference. And I know for me, it happened that, my first event changed my life, and that's why we haven't missed them. Do people have to miss them for different things? Of course. And it's understandable. But just events do make a difference. And it was incredible to see you, Kristen. Kristen also has Horse World. She's got lots of things. So she's very science-minded and has just a lot to be going on. So thank you for sharing. So let's see, we have Bethany next. Is that right, Kristen? Bethany Stillwell?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Kristen.
Okay, let me know if I echo or you can't hear me. My name is Bethany. I full-time travel with my family, hence why I'm in the truck right now while my husband is setting up in the dark our trailer, because life is crazy. I found LifeVantage through Amy Dippold. I watched her for 3 years and came to Global as a guest, signed up afterwards, even though I didn't want to, and then came to Elite because, hey, it's free for the first year since I bought the Elite pack. So I was going to be there, and I'm going to be at everything this year as long as it's free. And I loved being there. I loved a little getaway from my family, even though I missed them. And what I took away from Elite was a couple things, well, a lot of things. One thing I really liked and I needed to hear was from Melissa Brown, that you're like a magnet and you're going to attract some and you're going to repel others, and that's okay. And then I can't remember who said it, but to sprinkle the science and things throughout your relationships and your conversations, and don't be a billboard. I needed to hear that as well. And one other thing about consistency, I want to remember that it's about helping people. Sometimes I can get sidetracked, and to do that consistently so that, if you have a bad conversation, you think, that was not what I wanted. That's that came across bad. It's okay, but continue, switch your mind, change your heart back to what you want, and be consistent in talking to people about it. And the last thing I loved was from, I don't remember who it was from, Chrissy Vogt. She said, you have one life to live it to your full potential, or anything else you're doing. So loved it. Thanks so much.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Maybe I'll have to, there we go. Consistency is king, right? We hear that over and over and over. If you just do a little bit, right? It depends. If you want to do a little bit every day or a lot of it every day, but the consistency adding up over and over and over compared to if you just do a ton one day and then a ton in 3 weeks and another ton in the 2 weeks, the consistency will outweigh all of that in a big, big way. The book that many of us are reading for the book club now, guys, right, is Atomic Habits. I know Amy is reading that within her work group as well. And it talks about having systems, right? Just constantly doing that, because the goal in the end is going to happen if you have those daily actions happening every single day. So, oh my gosh, that's so good. And attracting, you're going to attract or repel. So you guys remember in your head, this business we do together and we are a family and we help one another. So who do you want to build this business with? Who do you want to attract? Who do you want to travel the world with and spend all of your time with? So really keep that in the back of your mind as well. So that was a lot, Bethany. Oh my gosh, so many incredible nuggets. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we've got Jack Rosenthal. Are you there? Jack. Looking at
Is it work? There we go. Jack Rosenthal, Battle
you,
Lake,
Jack.
Minnesota. I really like the story of the Amish guy. I was just surprised by his success, and he decided to turn the burners on when he's like, I can help more people. And that was a really awesome story, just hearing how sick he was and what he did the business for, and then what it became for him. And I really like the Filipino lady also that was just surprised by her success. She's just focusing on helping people, and it really took off for her. And I was also really impressed with the displays of affection for spouses. It's so awesome to see strong marriages. And then it's really awesome to see people that just express a lot of love for their family and their kids. That was a really consistent theme too. And so I think it's part of the healing of the world, in the sense, even bigger than physical health. There's just a lot of emotional and spiritual health that you've seen exhibited by the leaders of the company. And that was really, really a special thing.
Holy guacamole. I think all of us have chills right now. Yes, everybody, chills. And there were a lot of head nods, Jack. That was absolutely unbelievable and beautiful. The healing in the world and the healing within relationships and beauty. That was amazing. It was incredible to meet you. The Amish gentleman as well, right? If you guys haven't seen the Amish gentleman speak, I did put it in One Person Big Difference, and just search there. I put it up there, I think yesterday when I was flying back home. It's an incredible story. And to think that some people do social media. You heard we're an and company, right? Some people do social media. Some people it's just person to person. That's what they don't have all the stuff. They don't have the apps. They don't do all the stuff, right? It's just making a difference. And then some people do a little bit of it also. Don't get in your head of thinking like, I have to be like this person, or I have to be like that person, or I have to be super outgoing, or I have to be numbers driven, or I have to be sciencey. We are all here to help one another, and we pull from each other's skill sets. That's why we say we're professional connectors. And that's why it's so important to get to know one another, because we are all here to help one another. We don't have to be on each other's exact teams, be doing three-way calls, to be doing, just hear this story, to be doing any of that. Don't compare yourself. Yes, we're all different. So Jack, wow. I am speechless. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Carrie, we have got Carrie next.
Hello.
Hi, beautiful.
Hello, I'm Carrie Pollard. I'm from Otter Tail, Minnesota. This is my daughter, Ava. We've got 2 other kids as well. But when I joined LifeVantage, I was told we're a family. And I saw that when I went to Sioux Falls for the first time. And I saw that when I went to LVA this time. It's really amazing to feel so supported and encouraged all the time in the hearts of every single person in this organization is huge. And just the generosity that I've seen is just amazing. Everybody is for everybody else. Everybody wants to see everybody succeed. Nobody is selfish. You know, everyone just wants to lift everybody else up. And you can also tell that the company really values the distributors. They really value us and celebrate us. And so that's a big deal. Something that I took away is just the stories of how the upline really encouraged and fought for their downline, and just how just the Great Lakes they went to support them, whether it was driving miles and miles and miles in the snow, and showing up for events when everyone else canceled, and just that you never know what will happen in each meeting, whether it's just one person. It's just the stories that they shared of just how everything kind of fell through, but then they talked to one person and it was amazing, and it made all the difference. Just like one person, big difference. So yeah.
So good. And so Carrie, how many children do you have?
3.
And how old is your youngest?
She is 11 months.
Yes. And
Yep.
she got on the road and came here to Life Vantage Academy and woke up at 3 or 4 in the morning. What was it?
Well, I didn't take her with me. I had to leave her.
Yes, you did.
Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Oh, that one time. Yes. Yes. I woke up at, I don't know, 4.
There we go. 4
Yeah.
either way. And that was the first time to truly just feel and see. Yeah. And like Jillian said, Carrie decided, made no excuses, and then also made it to this event. And I do love how you said, regarding family. Yes, we are. It can seem, I remember when I first joined, I'm like, why are all these people so nice? I was trying to poke holes, disprove the business, disprove the products. Like, what are these, like, these people seem too nice. They've got something, are they trying to get something, out of me or what? But it's real. It's just real. And so it's really important too. I love what you were saying about how everybody wants to be there to help. Get out of your head of thinking, I don't want to bother somebody. Everybody wants to help. The faster you grow, the faster you help, the more of, abundant, as far as like the heart on fire. Is anybody else's hearts just feel on fire because of what we know and where we need to go and how many we need to bless? So the more that we're doing it together, the more we get to know each other more, and the more fun we have, and the more lives we bless, because it's not about us. When we're in our head, right, we're dead. So when we're in our head and not reaching out and reaching up or wherever, we have to, it's that uncomfortable zone, right? This is different than any other career or any other business that most of us have ever done. And I keep seeing like Troy talk about, he's getting back into his fun zone again, right? Well, that fun zone is getting in with people and working with people and having fun and really getting answers that are there. So anyway, thank you so much, Carrie. Beautiful, beautiful. Christina, you are next, gorgeous. You are there.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for.
I knew my cat would get on me as soon as I had to start talking.
Oh, beautiful.
My name is Christina Mahaney. I live in Savannah, Georgia. I'm a store manager for CVS, and I've been in the pharmacy world for almost 20 years now. So I have that pharmacy background. What I got out of the event, I've been with Life Vantage for a year and a half now. So lots of Zooms, phone calls. I've talked to people on the phone, seen them on Zooms, but I actually got to hug my people. And that was so awesome, being able to meet people in person. That was huge. I didn't want to let them go. The biggest personal thing I got out was I have to get out of my own way. I make excuses because I start, not feeling confident, and I start overthinking, well, what should I say talking to this type of person, or what type of word should I use? And instead, like in my day-to-day business, I'm confident, I'm a boss, and I get it done. So why can't I just do that with Life Vantage? Stop getting out of my own way and do what I know that I can do. And start looking at it as a business. We all love Life Vantage products, but what can I do to start my empire? What can I do, to start getting distributors. And, we have that LV flame side of us. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing this. I feel like someone took a aerosol hairspray bottle and just is spraying my flame right now. Like, I'm so excited to get this started.
What an analogy. I just had a huge visual of thinking of like Aquanet with the fire.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. And for those of you that didn't see it over the weekend, she had a beautiful, Marisa was doing a live and was asking her some questions, and the questions were in regards to the business and talking to people. It was magnificent and powerful, and I'm like, holy cow, if I could have spoken like that when I first joined, that would have, wow, you blew my mind. So you work at CVS. You guys, we used to have Pro Tandem at CVS, right? If you were to go on the store, you'd be like, hey, here you go. Here's what you got. You saw that little girl, right? You saw the little girl at the very beginning of what we had here. That's you. You are limitless. You are fun. You are convicted. You know what you've got. So think about that little girl and own it and get in front there and just keep it short and sweet and convicted and have an incredible time with it. And yeah, I just wrote down here your power pose. Like, you know what it is. So just step into that power pose and just have a good time. You are amazing. So thank you. Thank you so much. Jamie, you are next, sister. You and your Valentine's sweater.
Hey,
beautiful girl.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Home. So I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know what I'm going to say. I'm from Illinois, Central Illinois, a PTA by training, but right now I'm a stay-at-home mom for you, those of you who don't know me. But this was my first event in person. I've done all the virtual ones, but this is the first one in person. So this was huge because, like Christina said, I got to hug people. Everybody's real, but my goal is to grow as a leader and to grow for my team, and what really stood out to me was Blue Elam listing out those 4 phases. And I don't remember which one of the men said it, but you never really get out of those hats. You just kind of switch your hat at time, whenever you need to do this, you put that other hat back on. And so I need to learn how to wear that next hat so that I can switch between a couple of different kinds, but I was so excited to be there. I got to take Christina with me, or she came down, and made that leap to come down in person. And it was both of our first times there and in person. And it was just, I'm so proud of her for getting out of her comfort zone and doing that. That was huge. And Daisy Goodwin, was it Goodwin or Goodman?
Goodwin.
Yeah, she said it is our responsibility to tell people about the stuff that we know. They don't know this. So we just need to talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. And it's to become second nature to us. And then, just go from there. So, yeah.
Yes, so good. So good. And, Daisy talked as well just about being true to who you are, whether it's in person, whether it's social media. Just again, incredible to be seeing you in person. I know you're doing some different things with all of that. And wow, I just, the hats, this reminded me to tell each of you, if you go into your back office and you're like, I don't know what she's talking about regarding the hats, or whatever, Blue Elam Master Pro 10 spoke regarding it. It's absolutely phenomenal. Melissa Brown, who here loved Melissa Brown's talk from the very beginning? So dang good. There are so many of them. They are Dr. Dixon talking about the science. Yes. I mean, there's just so many good people. It is all in your back office now, you guys. Anybody that purchased tickets, I put it into Telegram and into Facebook today. The replay is there. I believe it's going to be there for 30 days, but if I were you, I would just get out and watch it again right away, or little bits and pieces here and there, within this next week, and really just drill it in, take some more notes, fine tune some different things. I know I'm going to be going back, but just FYI, make sure that you and yours know that that is going to be there. So thank you, gorgeous Jamie. Michael, you are next. I know
I always talk when I'm muted. Hi, everybody. I'm Michael. I live in Boca Raton, Florida. I am a recovery coach, a yoga-informed recovery coach, and I've been taking the products, I guess, for about 1.5 years now. I am in recovery myself, 12 years sober now. And when I got to Orlando, all I wanted to do was go home. I was really uncomfortable. I was in my little seat, and I don't see him on here, but Bill Powell was sitting on top of me. So there was really like no room for me to move or anything. And all I wanted to do was like go, I don't belong here. I don't want to be here. I just want to go, Issa, you know, I'm going to like go get something to eat or something and just like disappear and melt away. And that's what I like to do. I love to, you know, like be by myself, you know, isolate, solitude. But these products have really, really helped my body. And what I did come away with is that convention really helped my mind. It gave me like this freedom and this hope that I can really expand my horizons. There were a couple synchronicities that, you know, I was rooming with Dan and we found out we were going to be roommates the day before. And then I friended him on Facebook, and one of his dear friends in Arizona is a childhood friend of mine. And just on the back end, I was sitting at the pool with Issa, and I got a phone call from a woman in Colorado. And she said to me, "You're never going to believe this, but she had 2 house guests that came to visit her because she needed visitors that were supposed to be in Orlando at the convention." And they were telling her about NRF2 and all that stuff. So it was really like, there's been a couple of real synchronicities that have gone on with this. I know Isol's going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And, you know, now I'm not going to like push back. I'm just going to go with the flow and let you guys just take me along for the ride. I kind of feel like, you know, I've been envisioning this picture of the soil, and I don't know if it's been a dream or not, but I keep seeing this like plant, you know, just coming up out of the soil. And I kind of feel like that's me trying to break through this resistance that I've had for the past 6 or 7 months since I just moved down to Florida. And I think, you know, the nutrients are Life Vantage, right? Why not? So thanks for letting me share. And I'm really lucky to be here. Thank you very much. And by the way, just for the record, Amy Dippold was wearing a pair of the Tokyo Biohacker shoes at the convention. And I figured, you know, you wear Life Vantage t-shirts, you wear Life Vantage baseball hats. I just went on StockX.com and bought myself a pair of size 11.5 Biohacker Nike Air Jordan Retro ones.
Yes, this is amazing. Holy cow. I don't even know what to say. That all was so amazing. I think it's meant to be. What do you think, Michael?
I hope so.
Oh, come on now. I think it's meant to be. Do you think?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. Through everything that you just said. Oh my gosh. And here's the blessing.
And Leslie, tell Bill I say hi.
Michael and everybody, how beautiful was it that he said who he was, how uncomfortable he was, you know, the whole shebang. It wasn't like, hey, it was great. I thought it was, you know, I did this and I was great to see. Like, truly was authentic in how he felt and where it ended up in the end. So please always remember that there's going to be other people where things aren't going to feel comfortable. It's going to feel abnormal. It's going to feel all these different things. But when you can relate and just be that true human that you are, because we are all growing through this together, trust me. I remember when I first heard somebody from the, you know, at our first convention, they said, what's so beautiful with Life Vantage is they don't pay people to come into the company to be at the very top. Everybody starts at 0. And why is that so beautiful? It's because everybody goes through going from 0 to Pro 1 to Pro 2 to Pro 3, and all the questions, all the concerns, all the fears, all the, you know, resolving concerns, all of the growth, the leadership, the getting into management mode, those different things, and our personal growth. Anybody here have some personal growth in this business, which in the end is actually the most beautiful thing? Yes, me too, and still every day. And I'm sure everybody heard as well, your business is big as you are, as far as your personal growth. And I know for me, if we want to go farther, I got to keep growing more, right? So it's just growing and doing, and it's one of the most beautiful things that I've heard a leader years ago say, grow me, serve you. The more that we grow, the more we get to serve. And that's what we are here to do. Michael, you just took our breath away. Thank you for the gift of you. That was amazing. Miss Leslie, you are next, my sister. Leslie had some aha moments she's going to share with you guys.
Oh Lord, did I have some aha moments? And I think as a clinician, people think that the science is hard, right? It's still hard, even for clinicians, because these are things that I didn't know about. And so when I was on the plane and I was just kind of, Bill and I were not sitting together. So I just put my earbuds in and I turned on some music and I was just kind of meditating and I was thinking and I was processing and absorbing everything that had happened over the weekend. And it just like Amy Homewood and what she said just like resonated with me so much. It was just like ringing in my ears. And she said, most people believe that it's impossible to change your gene expression, that you're born with just what you're born with and you got to deal with it. And she said, we have control over 95% of our DNA. And I said, what? I was like, wait a damn minute here. Excuse me, but wait a minute. Like, because this is like huge. Because we don't have to accept the fact that our parents gave us crappy heart genes or that they gave us, all these things that we inherit from our parents. We don't have to accept that anymore. We have the technology and the product to change that. And that is everything. Like that is empowering, right? So for me, when she said that, I said, I had a Michelle Powell moment. Michelle talks about being in Paris and coming out of the coffee shop and looking around. I don't know how many years ago she said it was. And she looked around and she said, I have to tell everybody because all these people that I'm looking at on the street don't know. The same thing happened to me. I was like, people don't know. And not only did I have like a moment of where I was like a sense of urgency, but I also had a moment where I was mad. I was literally pissed off at every single one of you people because you've known this and nobody got to me faster. There's people that needed this that have like since went on and things have happened and they needed it and nobody told me. Shame on you. Shame on us, all of us, literally. So like we need to get that sense of urgency to be like, to get after people and to let them know because they have the right to say no. But we need to tell them, okay? They need to be able to say no, or they need to be able to say yes, but we need to give them the opportunity to say that, to make an informed choice. And that is my, like that is what drives me now. I have like a huge, just like deep desire to like go out there and claw and kick and scream and just like grab people by the shoulders and go, you have to know this. Oh my God, it's life-changing, so that's just kind of what my takeaway was. And then Michelle, do you want me to go ahead and throw out the challenge?
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. And I just want to say, you guys, Leslie was in tears. She was crying all day yesterday. Literally the entire day home, she was crying. I don't know if you saw her post, but this is how connected and how emotional it is. When you are looking at people and realizing, oh my goodness gracious, these people don't know. And shame on me that I haven't shared that. And of course we have to do it in a respectful manner, right? We're not going to be like weird, pushy, we are going to be doing it with conviction, with passion, with purpose, with education. I was reminding my mom stopped by tonight because she knew Sean was gone tonight and she was so cute and she wanted to surprise me for Valentine's Day. And I said the same thing. I'm like, Mom, do you really understand that 95%, because she was talking about people getting older in their brains and how they work and all this. I said, do you know, 95%, you have control, Mom, just kind of reminding her and doing that because people do not think they have control. Yeah, that's why I went to the very first meeting because I was like, there's a cardiologist, an ABC investigative report talked about this. I'm not going to die of a heart attack like my dad did at the age of 42. How am I going to do it? No other idea. So yes, Leslie, please, that would be so beautiful if you could do that real quick.
So I got to thinking and I thought I wanted to throw out a challenge to you guys. And this is what I propose to you. You can participate or you can't. But I want you in the next couple of days, I want you to sit down and I want you to write a personal letter to yourself. Okay. And in that letter, I want you to just kind of pour it all out. I want it to be raw and emotional. I want you to talk about your dreams, your goals, what you plan to accomplish in the next year. And I want you to get a self-addressed envelope, put a stamp on it. Michelle's going to give us her address, and you're going to mail that to Michelle, okay? And Michelle's going to hold on to those, and we're going to use those for a different purpose at a later time. But you guys need to sit down and just get really raw and emotional with yourself. So, you can say anything you want to in the letter. It doesn't have to be anything specific. It can be how you're feeling right now, where you feel like your business is going, where you want it to go, where you're going to be at in a year. But I want the focus to be on, especially within the next year, what your dreams, goals, aspirations, who you want to be working with, what your target person looks like, those people that have those avatars. How big your team's going to be, how much money are you going to be making, where are you going to vacation, where are you going to live? Like, just go through all the things and the feels and write it down, whatever that looks like. And let's get those in. We have a thing that we wanted to do. So
Yes.
I don't want to spill any more than that. So.
Oh, good. Okay, it's in the chat, right? Some people doing this. I saw Bethany, this kind of activity stresses me out. It does, right? And it can do that because we're getting deep into ourselves and where we want to go and what we want to do and how many lives we want to impact and all that. Or sometimes we get alone with our thoughts, right? And different goals and different visions. So I really hope, because everybody's busy and it's easy just to, I don't have time for it. But guess what? You matter and you deserve it. And the beauty of you and where you want to go and the difference that you want to make and the lives that you want to impact within yourselves, within your family, with the world of people that you don't even know. I didn't know 99.99999% of you. And my heart is so full. I get teared up every day and my soul gets lit on fire to where it's just, it's the most incredible, beautiful, powerful thing ever. So just get there and get intentional with it and just go big with it. And don't judge what you think about. Don't judge the things that come out. Let your pen go. And those of you that know, but there is science behind the brain and handwriting. So get out your pen, get out your paper and handwrite. Yes, you can text it, but I'm telling you, it will grow into your brain in a different way if you handwrite it. Trust me, my handwriting is terrible, but it's okay because it's just the science is gonna get in there. So yes, that's fine. If, take a little time to do it, commit. And I'm going to, some of these get into YouTube and gets whatever uploaded. So I'm going to send it through Telegram, my address, so that you guys all have it. And it's right there. But Leslie, thank you for that. And I just pray that you guys really think to do that. And if you have a little bit of time tonight, just give yourself 10 minutes, give yourself 30 minutes, whatever the time needs. Amy is highly requesting that you write that out, Leslie, and put that in one person. And Tanya raised her hand there for a sec.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to that, Leslie, because I was just going to talk about that tonight with my team because of a moment Jen Dykstra had last week of like an awareness. And in Atomic Habits, it's chapter 4, but it talks about, like, when we think about writing this letter, I think it's so powerful if you first talk about and be in the moment of where you feel you're at right now and how you feel about your behaviors, how you feel about where you're at right now, especially if you feel stuck. Because in Atomic Habits too, it says the first step to changing bad habits is to be on the lookout for them. And he talks about the process of behavior change always starts with awareness. And sometimes if you point out and you call out the things in your life that you don't like and you verbally speak it, it brings this heaviness and awareness to you and almost a clearing to where you're like, I don't want to be this. I don't want to do that anymore. So write it and then speak it, like speak it out loud and then move on to where you want to be, because I think it'll bring a whole level of awareness to you that you didn't realize that you needed.
Thank you so much, Tanya. I love that you also said speaking it, because that's a whole nother thing too, right? When we even, plan to do meetings or whatnot, we can be reading things over in our heads, but once we actually speak it, that's when it really gets ingrained. So thank you for that, Tanya. Side note, I just got a text in from Dr. Melody Redardi, who, if you don't know who she is insanely amazing. She voted top doc many, many times in Arizona. Put it on your calendar for right now. It's not confirmed. She's going to confirm it tonight. but it looks like Dr. Melody Redarty and Sean Craig Poe are going to do a Zoom meeting this Sunday at 7 Mountain. So that would be 8 Central, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. We know Sundays is day of rest and doing all that, but it seems to be a powerful day for that for them. So I think that would be incredible. And then Michelle, if you can get your deal ready. And then we have one more thing that she's going to do that. So you guys, I know a couple of you've got to get off here in just a second. So I'm going to breeze through this. This is all in Telegram, in One Person Big Difference Telegram. If you're ever like, where are the meetings? One Person Big Difference Telegram. Where is the link to this? One Person Big Difference Telegram and Facebook. So tomorrow night, Sharice Matthews, those of you that are newer, if you haven't heard of her, she's the lady that I talk about that trains Olympic athletes. She is passionate, she's powerful, and she knows the power of activation in so many ways. So this will be tomorrow night on the official LifeVantage page. Wednesday Wellness, I'm not sure who's doing it, but as we know, every week they are killer amazing. It's all science, it's no business talk. So we always try to get them streamed. They are generally not recorded. So try to be on live if you can at all possible. All right, Croatia, who's going to Croatia? Earn a point by doing compliance training. Again, you guys can look at this if you want to keep going, Michelle. I'm just gonna be quick because I have one more thing. Thursday, we're gonna have every single Thursday, an elite member within the Stu Brody and Carrie Dickey's organization does a Zoom, 30-minute Zoom. It's always incredible. All right, activate. This is what I'm going to talk about here to end up the call. Who here is registered? Put in the chat if you're registered for the June event. Sean and I registered immediately. It's going to be June something 17th and 18th until Tuesday. I think it is tomorrow. Oh, geez, tomorrow, you guys. Register tonight right after we get off the phone. It's going to be $150 basically. After that, it's $190. So save yourself the $50. Get registered. It's going to be an event. I was talking to Kristen last week on this. They're going to have product promotions. We're going to go to the RSL soccer professional game. They're going to bring you to corporate offices, you guys, and they're going to do a little tour there. It's going to be like something. It's just get there. All right, limited time. Oh, geez, raspberry tea, you guys. This just came out. Those of you that got to try it, a few of us got to try it. I was like, hey, this is good. It's in your back office. Okay, keep going. MVP, there's lots of training on it. Go ahead. Shop at the store. There you go. Croatia, we know that there's a way to get there. If you're doing a meeting, put it on bigbluecalendar.com and become a 1% club earner. Sorry I breezed through that, but you can get with the team and we can go through it even more. I'm going to play one more video and then we are going to be done. Who here feels filled up by what we were blessed by tonight? I know I have been, and I'm so grateful. So hopefully I got this. Nope. Oh, yes, I did. Thank you for bearing with my awesomeness of technology. Here it is. All right, so get registered. It's going to be in person. It's going to be absolutely incredible. The raspberry tea is chill. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Send me your letter. Know how beautiful you are, how powerful you are, and think just how big and fast we're going to grow. Anybody having any home meetings? Anybody doing any Zooms? Anybody adding into Vitality Living and tagging people? That is such an incredible tool for third-party validation and doing that more. Let's have some fun. Let's create some magic moments for people. Let's make a difference. And I just thank you all for being here tonight and staying a little bit longer than normal to get through all this. And thank you, all the speakers. And next week, we're going to have Janet Hammond from Canada. There were two people that were here at Elite Academy from Canada. One of them was the new corporate woman manager, which is really exciting from Canada. The other was Janet Hammond. And I know She had some unbelievable moments that you don't want to miss. She's flying right now or else she'd be here. So you want to hear her takeaways next week for sure. So thank you, everybody. Love you. Thank you to everybody that spoke tonight. And let's just go bless. All right. Big hug, big love. And let's go. Good night, everybody.